105.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. Summer-like out there. Jerry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester and Lakin Du Russell. And Matthew and Lakin, let's chat here just for a minute or two. You guys enjoyed an absolutely gorgeous morning this morning, both of you, out at the golf course.
Oh, it was a gorgeous morning.
Yes, the weather was beautiful. A lot of golfers came out, so it was wonderful.
Yeah, summer-like.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Hardly any wind at all?
No, the wind, it wasn't too bad, and it was nice on the sun just started to come up as we were getting done, and it was getting a lot warmer.
Closest to the pin is what the promotion is all about for our listeners that might not be aware. Who, well, not necessarily who, but how close did they get?
It was about 4 feet. What was it, 2 inches?
Yep, 4 feet, 2 inches.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. They must have been playing a lot of golf.
Yes, they were experienced.
Yeah, I wouldn't get anywhere near that. Let's just put it that way. With a baseball bat, probably better than with golf clubs, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of baseball bat, before we get into the business at hand, Detroit looks like they're going to have another interesting game tonight. They had absolutely beautiful weather out in Chicago, and of course they won. Was it like 13-1 or something like that? So it looks as though we're going to be on tap here for some pretty nice weather for the next few days. Very nice day today, quiet overnight, mild temperatures, hazy conditions. I don't know if either one of you happened to see the sun last night about 7:30. You could look directly at the sun without any kind of protection at all. The colors, as it was described to me, since I'm totally colorblind, was a yellowish orange color, and that was the Canadian smoke.
Yeah, even this morning it was hazy too with the sun.
And that's what we're going to have to deal with for the next couple of days until we get a system that moves through, and that is going to be changing. Not so much the wind direction itself, it will, but that upper air, it's going to change the mix just a little bit. So we're not going to have as much smoke to contend with. And fortunately for us, we haven't seen any of that smoke really drop down into the lower levels where we could actually breathe it that much. But folks in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, late yesterday afternoon and last night, their conditions were considered hazardous, and they were recommending that a lot of folks just stay inside with no windows open, because it was pretty bad there. But it's not going to be anything like that here as we go through the day. It is going to be breezy, and it is going to be sunny. We might have a little bit of haze. We're started off in the right foot, in the right direction, as both of you said a little bit earlier this morning. Matthew, right now, what are we looking at?
Currently, over at the airport, it's mostly sunny at 77. Over at Midland, it's mostly sunny at 76. Here at Radio Center, it's mostly sunny at 79. We have southwest winds at 12, gusting up to 18 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 29.95, and it's falling.
Hot spot in the state right now where you wouldn't expect it. Pellston, of all places. They're over the 80-degree mark. They're currently at 81. But you know where the cooler weather is. Obviously, it's in the Upper Peninsula, and the system that will be eventually affecting our weather is playing a role up there. Not so much on the east side of the Upper Peninsula. Sault Ste. Marie is reporting 72, but Newberry is 66. Escanaba, 68. Then you look at 55 degrees at Manistee. Houghton is at 55. Copper Harbor, 51. And Ironwood is looking at 53. So much cooler air. It is going to be affecting our weather, not today, but tomorrow. We are looking for 86 today. That's our projected high temperature. Breezy conditions, southwest wind. It will be gusting up to 30 miles per hour a little bit later on in the day. And it is going to stay that way as we go through the nighttime hours and into the day tomorrow. The only difference between today and tomorrow is going to be the wind direction. As far as winds are concerned, it'll be coming more out of the west. And then late tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night, it'll decrease, but it'll be coming out of the northeast. And the reason for that is a front is going to be moving through. So breezy conditions, southwest wind today, 86 for a high, partly cloudy skies. That's our low temperature for the night tonight of 70, which again is even quite mild even in the summer. Sun will set this evening a little bit after 9 and sunrise tomorrow morning a little bit before 6. Now, during the day tomorrow, we are going to be looking at clouds moving in, scattered shower activity as the day goes on. The best chance of seeing any of that rain shower activity is going to be right after lunch. Now, some of you could see just a spotty shower here and there, but I think the best chance of an overall shower is going to be later on in the afternoon once that front moves through and clears the lower peninsula. Our high temperature will get up to that or right about lunch or so, 78, and then it'll drop down into the 60s by later on tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow night. Our low temperature tomorrow night will be 55 along with that northeast breeze, about 7 to 8 miles per hour. Thursday, partly cloudy skies. There is going to be a chance of a spotty shower in the southern third of the lower peninsula on Thursday. Our high temperature will be 74, so we'll be pretty close to average. 74 will be our high on Thursday, and 56 will be our low on Thursday night. Again, that's pretty close because 75 is the normal high, 54 is the normal low. Now, Thursday after midnight, we'll have once again a chance, and it's going to be a very spotty chance, not much coverage area at all. We're looking at maybe 10% of the landmass getting any kind of precipitation on Thursday night after midnight. But then during the day on Friday, we'll still have a chance of some showers around. But the reason for that is going to be a low pressure system over northwestern Indiana. That low is going to be tracking south of Michigan, just south of the Michigan border with Indiana and Ohio on Friday. So there will be a chance of a shower bubbling up on Friday, but I don't think, again, coverage is going to be very great. Friday's high will be 72, partly cloudy skies on Friday night, 56. Then on Saturday and Sunday, mostly sunny both days. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Maybe like 74 on Saturday, but 78, pressing 80 degrees on Sunday. There will be a chance on Sunday night of another system moving in, affecting our weather, with a chance of some showers that will spill over into early Monday morning. Monday, though, after a chance of a spotty shower early, will become partly cloudy, and we'll be looking at a high temperature of about 75. So we're running pretty close to normal, if not just a tad above. Record high in this state is 92, and that was set back in 1948. The record low of 36 was set in 1926. A year ago, 81 was our high, 54 was our low. We had no precipitation to talk about. The warmest ever, 3rd of June, 88 was the high, 72 was the low. That was way back in 1943. The coldest ever, the end of World War II, 1945, 44 was our high temperature, 38 was our low. Again, that's on June the 3rd. Long-range outlook to take us all the way through the 16th of the month. Temperatures averaging at or a little bit above normal during that period of time. Precipitation pattern will pick up just a little bit. We'll have a little bit more systematic precipitation pattern during that period of time. But again, as far as moisture goes, we're not really expecting a lot of precipitation out of these systems. And right now, with the system looking the way it is, we're possibly a half inch, maybe a little bit more if you do pick up a thunder shower. That's for tomorrow, later on tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. But overall, the precipitation is not going to be very great, but still, we'll take whatever we can get because some of these crops could stand a little bit of a drink. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have today?
Up next, we have Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons.
Well, before we get to Abby, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrient Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. A lot of activities going on. We'll be talking to Craig Voorhees a little bit later on about some of those activities and what you should be planning on and looking for. But when it comes to supplying the food, you should look for Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. They can supply the food for any event, whatever it is, for 15 people or, well, however big you want. 989-894-5531. And Kryjak's House, they pretty much guarantee that you're going to be really happy with the food. You're going to be very happy, and so are all of your guests. Because Kryjak's House, they roll out the red carpet for any of these special events. And, hey, if you want everybody to just take the load off and sit back, relax, and enjoy, just a corner of Cass in Michigan on the south side of Bay City. That's where they're located. You want to reserve a table, especially for a larger group? 989-894-5531. Kryjak's House, a great place to dine in or to take out. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. Abby, how are you this morning?
Oh, doing pretty good. Trying to stay inside and not melt.
Hey, there,
Real hot day of the year.
Well, and you brought a little green with us today, huh?
I did. Nothing too exciting, but we're at least green across the board, and it's a lot better than seeing red.
Well, the wheat has been doing its thing. Now it looks like the soybeans are trying a little bit today.
Yep, soybeans are actually leading the pack right now. Nearby's up 4, and November contract right now is up 2. So nothing too crazy, but like you said, green is good.
Any particular reason? Yeah, why the markets are doing what they're doing, Abby?
Yeah, so beans are up the most right now. I think mainly due to just we're playing the weather rally right now, or the weather game, I should say. I wouldn't quite call this a rally. But 17% of bean ground across the U.S. is still under drought. So I think that's playing into effect a little bit. And then also our good to excellent is not overly great, especially here in Michigan for corn. It came out yesterday at 53%. Last year, this week, we were at 76%. So definitely down quite a bit. The way I see it, though, is, this year or this week, everything's already greened up quite a bit with getting some heat units and stuff. So I would not be surprised if we see a drastic swing in that number come next week. But it is the government, so who knows?
And as far as some of the other crops, what are you seeing?
Wheat's looking pretty good still. Wheat's up. Basically, everything's up a penny at the moment. Nothing too crazy. That's going off the drought conditions as well.
Yeah, and I was just looking at a major storm that's moving through Kansas into Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska. That looks like a real mess. They've been getting a little bit more moisture out there than what they're accustomed to.
Yeah, and I think there's quite a few farmers that can say they can keep it for the moment being until we can get a few more acres in the ground and get wrapped up.
Well, there's a lot of guys working out there right now, and dry beans.
Yep.
Have you seen very many dry beans go in yet?
I personally have not, but I know there's another gal on our team that she was out in the sun this weekend, and she said there was dry bean planters going like crazy.
Yep. Well, the weather's been good for it. So right now on the board, what do you have, Abby?
Right now, old crop corn 424, new crop 373, old crop soybeans 1018, new crop 955. Red wheat for this summer, we are at 476, and white wheat, we are at 516.
You have a great day, Abby. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You bet. Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. As far as the Chicago, what's going on there? Doug Klein not available today. Right now, the corn on the July contract is up 2. That would make July at 4.40 and a quarter. September is at 4.24. That is up 3 and a quarter. Soybeans currently up 6 cents. July contract is at 10.39 and a half. The August contract is at 10.33 and a quarter. That is also up 6. Wheat up 3. July contract is 5.42. September contract is at 5.56. That is up 2 3/4. Mercantile exchange, we don't talk about that a lot, but maybe we should, because the beef complex has been very strong lately. Feeder cattle right now, the August contract is at 304.20. That is up $2.45. The live cattle June contract is at 280.12 and a half. That is up $1.57 and a half. Pork, the lean hogs, currently at $100.50 on the June. That is down 35 cents. And crude oil is currently up $1.17 and a half. That makes the July contract at $63.70. Market report today brought to you by Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. Those Farmall tractors, they've got that long line of them out there. They've been doing pretty good as far as getting the job done for a lot of producers. Why? Well, the horsepower range, 35 to 140 horses. And of course, the price is not all that bad, considering you got special advantage now available for a limited time only. You know, if you're paying cash on that Farmall tractor, you do get a cash discount. And you have special financing available as well, 0% interest for up to 72 months. So whether it's the value-packed compact Farmall A, all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C series with cabs, that tractor will do whatever you need to do, and Weiss will pair you up with the job and the tractor that you need. Farmall tractors, now is the time to put them to work for you. Learn more by stopping by Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We'll be right back.
This year, make your farm produce the highest yield ever. Give your soil and your plants the boost of a 1-2 punch with liquids from Dairy Dew.
Stabilize your nitrogen with Humic Blaster, a great companion to UAN28, a great source of natural carbon. Humic Blaster allows your soil to hold nutrients and water at the root zone, saving it for crop consumption.
Protect your crops with Dairy Dew's Kelpful by adding it to any foliar application. Like vitamin C is good for our immune system, Kelp boosts the ability of plants to resist disease and other stressors. Fulvic acid makes fertilizers more effective, unlocking their full potential. Dairy Dew's Liquid Kelpful has both.
Liquid amendments can also have a free ride over your fields when you combine them with your herbicide or fungicide application. No extra fuel, compaction, or time and labor.
Take care of your crops to produce the best yield ever with help from Dairy Dew. Learn how Dairy Dew liquids can make a difference on your farm. Call a soil health expert at Morgan Composting today or visit dairydew.com.
Healthy plants come from healthy soil. Healthy soil comes from Dairy Dew.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, purchasing local soybeans, processing local beans, and marketing local Exceller meal, which is a high bypass soybean meal for your dairy herd. And they've been doing it since 1991. Check it out. Contact your nutritionist or local feed dealer today and ask them about local Exceller meal, a product of Quality Roasting of Reese. Get a quote from them today on those soybeans. Jerry Samolsky joining us right now over at Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. And Jerry, what should we be aware of today?
Boy, Terry, you know, this rain, it couldn't come soon enough, and I'm seeing it earlier in the week. I was seeing half, maybe up to 3/4 of an inch, and now I'm seeing maybe 1/3 of an inch. it's dry out there, Terry, particularly newly planted shrubs and even stuff from last year. My sprinkler system hasn't run yet, and I think I got to fire it up. And I don't water my lawn; I water my plants. So more newly planted plants. If you want plants to thrive, we need to get some water to them. And even though the rain's coming, the last couple of rains haven't amounted to much. So we need to make sure we get good water to them.
No, you're right. And, some of the plants that you put in the annuals in the baskets, some of those don't handle cold wind weather very well, do they?
No, they don't. They can get beaten up pretty quick. And that's, they'll respond because they grow those annuals and hanging baskets, they grow so fast. They'll push out. Terry, pruning them too, you don't want to take them way back, but you can selectively thin them, take them back and help force some new growth. That doesn't hurt at all, particularly if they're pretty windburned.
Oh, you're right. Jerry, thank you so much. You have a good one. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Yes, sir.
Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Crossed my desk last week, and I want to pass this along because I'm pretty impressed. Greenstone Farm Credit Services is proud to announce the recipient.
I found out back in this spring when I received the award, and I also was awarded this scholarship last year from Greenstone for the Dave Armstrong CEO Scholarship, and it's truly been a blessing and a privilege to be an awardee.
It's really helped as far as your education is concerned too, isn't it?
Yes, I have many people to thank. I have a great support system from my FFA chapter all the way to MSU and 4-H and all the people that have supported me along the way, including my time at Star of the West and those people. So I can't thank them enough, and it's truly an honor, and I'm so blessed to have received it.
Well, we're really happy to have you here on Farm Service and interning with us. You'll be here for the remainder of the summer, and then you got to go back to work.
Yes, that's true.
Well, let's put you to work here just a little bit, because one thing, of course, Jerry didn't touch on, but a lot of our agricultural industries rely on migrant labor. Tell us a little bit more about a concern that agriculture has right now about migrant labor.
Yes, that's right. The harvesting of fruits and vegetables in America relies upon farm labor provided by the H-2A program. However, the meat and poultry industries currently do not benefit from the program, yet they need workers as well. CJ Miller has more information up next.
Well, you've been hearing us talk for quite some time now about the need for farm labor reform and how the H-2A visa program needs to be revised to be more accommodating for the ag industry. Many in the meat and poultry processing industry are also asking your lawmakers to be included as part of that next revision of the H-2A visa program.
If we could improve H-2A, and we've long argued that we would like to be part of H-2A in meat and poultry processing sector, that would help a lot in alleviating across the harvest part of meat and poultry production what we could do to enhance our labor force.
And that's Julie Anna Potts, President and CEO of the Meat Institute. She says consumers only need to look back 5 years ago during the pandemic as an example of what happens when meat processing facilities are short of workers. She says that during the pandemic, productivity decreased by as much as 50%. And while many new technologies have great potential for the meat and poultry processing sector, she says that automation is not entirely the answer.
But that takes capital. And as you know, the market for beef and pork, a little bit in chicken, has not been as strong as it was before and during the pandemic. So I think you saw maybe a bit of a slowdown on some of those investments. They will continue, but it is not going to solve the problem comprehensively. We need immigration reform. We need a steady, stable, legal workforce. And no amount of automation is going to take that place. People working in our plants will be repurposed. They won't lose their jobs because of automation.
Potts adds that as new technology, including automation, is incorporated into the meats and poultry processing industry, there will be plenty of places where human workers will still be needed.
CJ Miller with Michigan Ag Today.
Thank you, Lakin. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's that help you increase your yields as those crops continue to grow in the fields. Remember, serving you is their business. They've been doing it since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain. Craig Voorhees joining us right now from the Rummel Agency. And Craig, we got a lot of activity in the backyards and around going on right now, especially in the month of June.
Right, Terry. It's graduation, open house season, wedding season, all of that good stuff going on right now. If you're having one of those events at a venue that you're renting, don't be surprised if the owner of the venue asks you for insurance policy to cover your event while you're having it there. They're not uncommon. We can help you out with those real easy. They're not very expensive, so we can put them in place in just a few days. So don't get caught off guard. Just give us a call and we can help you out with those things.
Fantastic. Craig, thank you so much. We'll talk to you again in a couple of days, okay?
All right, Terry. Look forward to it.
All righty. Craig Voorhees with the Rummel Agency. Joining us now from Baird & Company, David Anderson. David, what's going on in New York today?
Well, stocks are optimistic about the trade talks that are going to be taking place. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 142 points at 42,449. Volume of 369 million shares. The NASDAQ is up 149 points at 19,392 on volume of 520 million shares. Locally, Deere is up 435 at 512.19. Caterpillar up 555 at 350.22. Consumer is up 14 cents at 70.36. Dow up 69 cents at 27.60. DuPont up $1.20 at 67.28. Corteva up a dime at 71.05. Huntington Bank up 24 cents at 15.82. Independent Bank up 33 cents at 31.55. GM up 91 cents at 48.60. Ford up 17 cents at 10.15. Mosaic up 27 cents at 37.06. And AT&T down 13 cents at 27.81.
Have a great day, David. Thank you.
Yep, take care.
Will do. We'll be right back.
When I grow up, I want to be a race car driver.
My mom says I could be an astronaut.
Someday, I'm going to be turned into sugar and made into the world's stickiest, sweetest lollipop ever.
Probosol fungicide from BASF helps every sugar beet live up to its fullest potential. Advanced disease control means you get enhanced Cercospora leaf spot protection and more recoverable sucrose. Help your sugar beets achieve their dreams and maximize your yield potential with Probosol fungicide. Always read and follow label directions.
We'll be back at 12:30 with an update, so you stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coin in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,